To paint the quick and easy Halloween kit, I used white, black, yellow, parakeet, and purple iris. To make the painting process a little bit easier, I like to use painter's tape to 1, sort by color, and 2, secure those small pieces. As I use my sponge to paint, it does dab up and down, so when I have them taped down like that, it prevents them from popping up and following the sponge. So I've always found that pretty helpful. So it is a trick that I want to reiterate and tell you about just so that you'll use it and it'll make your life a little bit easier as you paint. So I have everything sorted by color, and now I'm going to start painting. With all of our kits, please don't feel like you have to do everything the exact same color that I do in the samples. Feel free to be creative and do whatever makes you happy with these kits. For this sample though, I did use black on the top 2 pieces of tape. Those top 2 rows, everything was black. The black cat, the round, the sign, the bats, the witch's feet, and the words Happy Halloween all got a coat or 2 of black paint. So I'm just going in there, dabbing up and down. In all the videos, I feel like I tell you to make sure that you do not do a thick globby coat and that it's always best to do 2 thin coats. Otherwise, if you try to do that thick globby coat, the paint will run down the sides and it'll end up looking a little sloppy. The next color I used on the sample set was Purple Iris. I found it at Walmart. I really liked this color because I didn't feel like it was too dark and it also wasn't too light. So it was really just a perfect purple for this particular project. It looked great, contrasted up against the black, the white, and that neonish green, we'll say. I loved the color. It looked really, really good. So I went from black to Purple Iris, and now I'm doing that bottom row. The bottom row is going to all be white. Again, you can paint them however you want. You can use whatever colors you want. You can use more traditional Halloween colors, throw some orange in there, whatever you'd like to do. So for me, I did do the ghost in white, did the trick or treat letters in white, as well as the Happy Halloween sign. I'm going to go in and I'm going to do 2 thin coats just to make it nice and even. As I edit these video tutorials, I always laugh as I watch how fast I can go in them because nobody actually wants to see me paint for 25 minutes to, an hour, however long it takes. But truth be told, this kit only took about 20 minutes, which is nice. So the next thing that I'm going to do is make that Halloweeny, that's not even a word, but a Halloweeny green. And I mix the yellow and the parakeet together and I get like we'll just go with it, Halloweeny green. And it looks like, we'll say it looks like slime. Kind of looks like slime to me. So I mix it up and then I do my typical method. I take that sponge and I dab it in there up and down, get a nice clean coat so that I don't get it going down the edges. I want it to look nice and neat. Do a couple coats of that. After it was dry, I took my chip brush and I did the little flicking method. I actually flicked a little bit too much white paint and a lot of it got on the cat. And I had to go back and fix that. And you might notice that when you see the finished product. But if you don't like something, you can always go back and fix it. All right, time for the magic.